Hi everyone, welcome to Spirited 83. This is Deirdre. Today I have the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. I am so excited to share this with you guys. This was supposed to be an unboxing, but I had really bad camera issues last week, so it's now kind of a walkthrough. But either way, the deck is gorgeous. So I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, so this was a Kickstarter. The tarot deck was created by Kelly Burton, so I was kind of following the progression of the deck from her page on Instagram. I believe this is still up for pre-order. This is the first edition, so I will leave a link for that below. Okay, so let's get started. So all of this came in the box. So we get kind of like a little small canvas bag, with a little stamp on it. Love that. And a little card, a little paper here that says a portion of the profits from the sale of decks goes to the Honeybee Foundation. So I loved that as well. And then she sent large postcards of some of the images, some of the gorgeous images in the deck. It's stunning, beautiful. Okay. And the deck itself comes in this magnetic box. So very nice, very sturdy. I love the sunflowers all throughout the deck. So this is the first edition. And it just opens up. So we have the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, lovely box. And we do get a ribbon to get the cards out. Mine got a little tangled up there. But that's the box. And let's see. So the deck, as you can see, comes with that beautiful kind of bluish teal gilding, which is the icing on the cake. All right, and here are the backs. Kind of get that blue foil in there. Cards are matte, great cardstock, gorgeous. The guidebook itself is pretty amazing too. So here's the guidebook. As you can see, I have been reading. All right, so here's the back. We have, where there are bees, there are flowers. And wherever there are flowers, there is new life and hope. If the bee disappeared off the surface of the globe, the man would have only 4 years of life left. No more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals, no more man. So I'm just glad that's, people are helping to bring this issue to light of everything that's going on. So on the first page here, get a little bit of background knowledge if you're not familiar with bees themselves. So I will not read all of this, just a few sentences. Let's see. So we have the oldest bee fossil, said to be 100 million years old. Bees survived the dinosaurs. There are approximately 20,000 species of bees. Only a few types live in a hive that produce honey and beeswax. Most bees are solitary and nest in the ground. Bees evolved from their carnivorous ancestors, the wasp, and adapted to live on the nectar from newly evolving flowering plants. Bees and other pollinators bring us 1/3 of our food supply. There is a symbiotic relationship that exists between ourselves, bees, and flowers. No bees, no life. Very, very true. Okay, then she gives us a breakdown of the majors. So we have consciousness. Then we have our society plane, individual plane, spiritual. And I will read some of the descriptions as I go through the majors because she really connects the bee to the human cycle as well. So that kind of is what the journey paragraph explains, the actual card. And then on these, she does have the Hebrew symbols, planet symbols, and zodiac symbols. So those are for the majors. And then for the minors, we just get the regular traditional suit meaning. And then for the back, last part, she goes into the sacred geometry. So sacred geometry reveals the harmonic energy patterns by which nature creates and designs all things. Sacred geometry is the universe's blueprint of creation and the first instance of all form. Then we have the flower of life. Originates from one circle and all other circles are built up around that. We have the tree of life. And she goes into Metatron's cube and the Vitruvian man. The Metatron's cube contains every shape that exists in the universe, and they are the building blocks of all physical matter. And then here she goes into the dimensions of the deck. So the deck is 5 inches tall. So as you can see, it is bigger than a normal size tarot deck, your standard tarot deck. Okay. But I like that she went into detail of why she did what she did. I really appreciate when creators do that. It looks like here, so she gives the dimensions of the card and how she based it off of the golden ratio. So I will not read all of that. You can pause it if you want to take a look at that page. But that gives you a background of the dimensions of the deck. Okay? So like I said, very, very good guidebook. Like I said, I will be reading some of the journey meanings just so you can get an idea of how the major arcana flows in the deck. All right, so we're going to take a look at the majors first. So let's see, I'm going to separate those. Okay, so here we have, zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. And there's some loud truck outside my house. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Okay. All right, so of course we start with the journey. The Fool, our air element. So our bee is flowing, being released. Starting the journey. Then we have the Magician card. For our Magician, we have the sacred bee emerges into the plane of the physical and now must learn to transform the ethereal powers into matter. A beautiful magician uses her powers of communication and astral knowledge to concentrate on the single purpose of manifesting concept into physical. Love that. So we have the Priestess. Gorgeous, gorgeous. The Empress. And I love the Empress's meaning. So let's see. So after the Priestess, the next encounter is with the beautiful creative forces of the Empress. Ruled by Venus, she teaches the value of love and beauty when creating all things. She lovingly creates each cell of the honeycomb that will serve as a womb for each egg to grow into a bee. Her wish is for the bee to be prolific and multiply while assisting other species to do the same by using her abilities to pollinate. So I said I love the detailed meanings of how the human journey and the bee journey are correlated together. I really like that. So we have the Emperor here. So you can definitely see this is a collage deck, collage art type deck, which I like. I like collage decks. The Hierophant, I love the Buddha. Have the Lovers. The Chariot. The Chariot was another good one. So let's see. The bee continues on and falls into an unexpected flight with a white stallion. The understanding of how to navigate opposing forces is instilled. The merging of consciousness with another graceful creature makes the bee feel protected yet invigorated. There is a flow between forces now. There is a triumphant feeling. Love that meaning. There's strength. Of course, we still get our lion here. The hermit. So we get our kind of guru, shaman figure, helping to assist our bee. The wheel. Justice. Let's take a look at justice. Like I said, if you don't want to hear them, you can fast forward. So we have justice. Needing to land, the bee sets herself down on the scale of justice. To her surprise, she outweighs a human heart. The concept that fairness and justice can only be achieved when moral principles are applied becomes clear. Intellectual balance allows for the mind and the heart to be in alignment. I love that for the Justice card. All about not the destination, but how you handle the journey, how you go through the journey. There's our hanged one. Lovely. Death. So we get our decaying hive here. But of course, with decay, there also comes new life. Love that. Love this temperance card, alchemy. And I'm a Sag, so I love when I get a good temperance card. I love that. We have the devil. Gotta read the devil. Alright, so for the devil. Forces of creation captivated the bee, and she began to get lost in the addictive euphoria of power. She forgot about the spiritual lessons learned thus far and felt bound to old memories, ancestral patterns, and dwelling in negativity. Feelings of despair set in, but the way out of the darkness was elusive. She felt trapped in a world of overindulgence, resentment, and self-centered behavior. Wow. And the tower. Of course, we get our destroyed hive there. And I love the star. I love to get like the frayed bee image, but then a new release of pollination, a new cycle of pollination. After that, there's still light. I love that star card. The moon. I like to get the octopus here. The sun. Judgment. And the world. Okay, so those are the majors. Okay, now we have our minors. I'm filming on a smaller device today, so I was going to put all 4 up, but just so it could fit in my camera better, I thought I'd do 2 and then the other 2 suits. So we have fire and water. And like I said, the meanings for these are just traditional meanings, so I won't be going through those in the book. But of course, we still get the theme of the bee and our theme of sacred geometry, so you can really take your time and sit with the image, meditate with the image, and put all of those meanings together. Okay, so for the aces, we have the roots. So you have the root of the powers of fire, root of the powers of water. And then for the rest of the cards, we get a keyword at the bottom, which I like for this deck. So the Two of Wands, we have Dominion. Two of Cups, we have Love. I love that Two of Cups. We have our threes, Virtue and Abundance. And I love that for the threes, we're getting that beginning of the ram image that leads to the fours. I like that. And for the fours, perfected work and apathy. I like the wands, how she uses the wands in this deck with the honeycomb on the end. So for the fives, you have strife, and Five of Cups, disappointment. So we get our Saturn image up there, our kind of crystals on fire here. You really get that image of conflict there. Right, for our sixes, victory and pleasure. Sevens, velour and seduction. I love that Seven of Wands. I like the cups too with the Venus flytraps. I love that. Then we have our eights. Like I said, I love how she uses these wands. Swiftness and renounce. I love the mountain in the background. Now the cups are kind of fading into it. For our nines, persistence and happiness. That's a great Nine of Wands card. 10, we have oppression and satiety. In our quartz, I have to say I am in love with her court cards. She really outdid herself on these. Princess of Wands, I love. I would like to get like a print of that. Awesome. We have our knights. Love the Queen of Wands as well. And our kings. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and we have our suit of swords and suit of discs. So we have root of air, root of the powers of earth. I love both of these twos. I like that the keyword is peace for the Two of Swords. We have our threes, sorrow and effort. We have our fours, recovery and power. We have our fives, defeat and worry. And I like the traditional church temple building, and we have the bees honeycomb sitting outside. I like that. And we have our sixes. Earn success and success. Our sevens. I love both of these sevens. Futility and patience. So I like how all the stones are trying to stay balanced. And for the swords, I love how the bee's taking the form of a different form of our unicorn there. I like that. And I like the bold colors were used. It's an awesome image. We have our eights. Interference and mastery. Our nines. Despair and gain. And I love the pomegranates in the hive. And I love the two facial images there too. Kind of have our conscious image and our subconscious human image there. That's how I see it. Our tens, we have ruin. And 10 of discs, wealth. And our princesses. So that would have been a great two of swords too. With the keyword peace. I like that. Knight of Swords, Knight of Discs. I love both of those. I love the owl and how we get the human earthy image. I love that. Queen of Swords, Queen of Discs. Like I said before, she outdid herself on these court cards. Like both of these, yeah. Yeah. Like I so want prints of those and hang those up. And then King of Swords, King of Discs. I love the eagle. Beautiful. And court cards are still cards that I work with. So when I get really great court cards, that's just awesome. Great. Wonderful. Okay, so that is the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot. Like I said, I will leave a link below to pre-order the first edition by Kelly Burton. Thanks guys for watching, for experiencing this absolutely beautiful deck with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. So stay well, stay blessed till then, and always take care.